she stated, so the LASIEC, the House of Assembly did not inform the public, the governor did not inform the public, until the LASIEC chairman told us that the law has been passed January 9, and January 10 they were sworn in. She was sworn in January 10. The law that she will be used to conduct the election was passed in a black market style on January 9, and they went silent, no words. What is going on? We kept asking as political stalwarts in the state, where is the law to conduct the election? Why has the electoral law of 2008 not been amended? No response until last month when we had a meeting with LASIEC. What is clear is lawlessness from Babajide Sanwo-Olu, lawlessness from the Lagos State House of Assembly. It's shameful. We are supposed to be lawmakers, and the Lagos State government and the APC government as a whole. How will you explain it that a national court judgment at the Supreme Court level was passed, and the president claimed to affirm and agree with the judgment? Even if he doesn't agree, it doesn't matter anyway, but he claims to do. And he even said that an implementation committee will be sent to all states to make sure that the law, is affirmed. And what is the law? The local government autonomy, the recognition of only 20 local governments in Lagos and different numbers for other states as enshrined in the 1999 Constitution, and the making sure that the funds of the local government get to the local government despite a joint account. And all of a sudden, this government in Lagos is going against that law, and the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is comfortable with it. This is a disappointment, and it will in no way be accepted. Another embarrassing dramatic display of the LASIEC chairman in our IPAC meeting was also telling us that they do not have a copy of the electoral law. The chairman of LASIEC, retired Justice Bola Okikiolu, stated to us at a meeting with party chairman and representative that they do not have the copy of the electoral law in which we used to conduct an election. And she was challenged by a leader in a political party that how come you want to run an election and you do not have the electoral law? So how manage? I responded that they bought the electoral law, that we should go and buy it. Citizens, press, gentlemen of the press, are we about to conduct a student union election? Because some student union elections are even better conducted than this. Probably I should say, are we about to conduct a school prefect election when a chairman of an electoral body who is supposed to even have an house committee that sits with the Lagos House of Assembly while they are passing the law to make sure that everything is properly implemented according to the ruling of the Supreme Court, and immediately handed over a copy, is telling us they do not have a copy to run an election, that they bought it. The Lagos State government and the electoral commissions are a big joke and a disgrace. This should not even be happening in Lagos State as a whole, where it's supposed to be the center of excellence, high level of technology, proper election, real democracy, and said we should go and buy it. She was forced to get a copy for party representative at that level. But I want to remind Lagosians that the action of Honorable Justice Bola Akinkinolu is not one of a kind or the first time in Lagos. This is a consistent approach to local government election in Lagos. Very consistent. For the past 5 election cycles, that we have had. It was terrible also in 2021. In 2021 or 2017, the Lagos House of Assembly passed a law for election in a day. First reading, second reading, third reading. In a day, they passed the law. One single day. And that same day, Ambode was the one in government. They signed it and approved it and moved. It is a consistent lawlessness for INEC. Then was Honorable Justice Philip, Ayotunde Philip. She failed Lagos State. And here we have another chairman who has told the same line of giving Lagosians a kangaroo election. Starting with breaking the law, going against the law of the land. We in the AAC, we are never going to accept this. We wonder why the law becomes for sale. We are purchasing our own law in our own country, where the normal thing that should have been done by the Lagos House of Assembly to a Supreme Court judgment that has been passed since May 2024. That's 6 months to the end of December. Just 6 months is enough for any serious state House of Assembly to implement that law into the electoral law of Lagos of 2008 for every amendment. But since they don't want to follow the law, they dribbled and dribbled. And what is the thing that should have been done? Call public hearing, listen to the public interpretation, listen to the rule of law, and amend it properly. They did not. Even a member of the AAC who used to be their legal representative in Lagos at one time, Barrister Muiz Badire, stated clearly what the House of Assembly members should do with the Supreme Court judgments. But here we are again. We have disobeyed the law. There will not be any LCD election. All we need to do is to come together and state the action we want to do. And I will propose we protest. We mobilize our members and go to the House of Assembly and tell them they cannot use that structure which belongs to the masses to conduct illegality with a so-called legal entity. It's simple as that. Because I asked Lagosians, have you seen the law that we used to conduct this election? Nobody has seen it, aside from some of us that were in that meeting. It's not a lie.
State government and also Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of this country, has always looked for a way to subdue Nigeria to ridicule. We all have rights to choose any candidate of our choice. Then we are in the era of democracy. So I don't know why the Lagos state government is making things miserable for other political parties in order for them not to participate in this forthcoming election. Then I will urge Nigerians that they should not desist from coming out to do what? To support a political party which is the AAC party, because we are the only opposition party that can save them from all this trade going on in Lagos State.
And right now we are calling out Lagosians to do that which is right. We cannot subject to illegalities. It is wrong. we have great and strong-willed candidates in African Action Congress that are ready to serve and work for the people and not against the people. So we are calling out Lagosians to oppose every form of oppression, subdueness, and repression. African Action Congress has come to stay, and we know that we will win, definitely.